I think the government machinery has always been saying that we are really well equipped to handle this, and I have no doubt in this. I think at the same time it is people's responsibility also, if they have been coming into the country after travelling abroad from infected countries. It's a good idea for going for self-surveillance, and if someone has certain symptoms which are suggestive of swine flu or H1N1 influenza, it is best to contact the local health authorities.
Sir, do you think children are more susceptible to this disease than adults are?
Oh yes, young children and very old persons, and persons with certain diseases like diabetes or chronic renal failure, etc. They are more prone to get this disease, definitely.
Right, ma'am, Mrs. Annie Koshi, if I can get you in on the discussion now. What is the mood like in the student community in Delhi? Is there a sense of fear and uncertainty?
No, I don't think there is any sense of fear and uncertainty. At least I'm not aware of this kind of mood. Children come to school, they're interested in meeting their friends. And I think, as you have just said, the reporter, that it's for us to take precautions and to be aware of the possibilities and to take immediate actions wherever necessary.
Ma'am, what are your contingency plans at this point of time?
See, I think all schools, and mine included, what we do is, if a child is unwell, she goes to the nurse, and the nurse is then takes note of what's happened, and depending on the situation, takes action. Now, in this case, since we know that the symptoms of influenza are there, if a child comes to the sick room with fever and cough, I suppose the nurse would find out, has she been in contact with people who've gone abroad, has she gone abroad, is there any such possibilities there, and if such a situation does occur, then she would talk to the doctor, and we would of course contact the nearest accreditation center, which I think would be RML Hospital.
But do you think schools should be shut down, or do you think that kind of thing will create unnecessary panic among children and even parents?
I don't think so. I think we, especially in Delhi, have to find reasons to run our schools, not shut them down. And we find n number of reasons to shut them down. But this is definitely not one of the reasons to shut down a school. We have to take precautions. We need to run our lives while taking precautions. Swine flu is one problem that could be there. There are many problems that could be there. There's waterborne diseases that are there that come up. Heat, because of the heat. So, I mean, none of these are reasons. Of course, swine flu is a far more serious situation. But as the doctor has just said, the government is taking adequate measures and quarantining those who are affected. And I think that should be good enough.
Right, Dr. Bir Singh, I'm sure most of our viewers would want to know what kind of precautions we can take to avoid the flu. Can you please elucidate on some of them?
You see, as you all know that swine flu or H1N1 influenza, as it is called, basically spreads through respiratory route, basically via air droplets which are basically coming out of the infected person, and persons in the vicinity can get infected. So it's best to really avoid, if you find someone who is looking very sick and having symptoms of common flu, is best to really be away from that person. And such a person also should ensure that this person does not move out of the house very frequently and doesn't really go to crowded places where he can or she can spread infection.
Tuba.com